In the 1995-96 NBA season, Michael Jordan averaged 30.4 points per game on the best team in the NBA, which at the time was unheard of, as the rest of the top five creeped around 25 to 27 points per game. In the 2022-2023 NBA season, there are 6 players averaging 30 points per game or better. But there's no way these players are as dominant as the best player on one of the best teams ever, right? The stats must be inflated now, or have the offenses gotten too good at basketball? In the game of basketball, the only way you can win is if you score more than the other team. There are 2 ways to achieve this. One, being able to have a lockdown defense that no offense can get through. And the other, just having an unstoppable offense that just simply blows out the opponent. In today's NBA, teams usually lean towards the second option of an unstoppable offense, which teams have gotten really good at. In the 2022-2023 NBA season, teams scored the average of 114.7 points per game, while in the 95-96 season, they averaged around 99.5 points per game. The scores of games also tend to skyrocket around the 120s all the way up to the 140s. In 1995, NBA games tended to go up from the 80s to 90s all the way up to around the 110s. This shows the offensive boom that has happened, and it tends to keep moving that way. Most people would assume that the reason for this offensive boom is the game is faster, or no teams tend to care about defense, which may be a decent part of the reason. But it's not just that for the reasons offenses are so good now. The game may be faster, but the reason for such high-scoring games are how efficient teams are in today's NBA. In 1996, the NBA introduced a new concept of data tracking called shooting location data. This information provided a much more advanced stats than what the NBA had for many decades. Shooting location data would track specific points on the court and how efficient a player was from that point on the court. The most popular advanced stat from shooting location data brought along was a team stat, being offensive rating, which was how efficient a team was per 100 possessions. In the 1999-2000 season, the Milwaukee Bucks were seen as the best offense in the league, with the offensive rating of 109.15. In the 2022-2023 season, however, the worst team in the league had an offensive rating of 110.04, which was the Charlotte Hornets. This truly shows how efficient and how high-scoring teams are in today's NBA. So, have offenses gotten too good at basketball? Well, yes. As the stats shows, defenses simply can't keep up with the efficiency of the powerhouse offenses of today's NBA. Today's league as a whole average around 15 more points per game than the 1995-96 league, with the scores going up as high as the 140s, and the league back then would see a high-scoring game be around the 110s. The efficiency of today's league is also much higher, as the best team of the early 2000s was worse than the worst team of today's NBA.